Let's go, girls. Come on.
Hey y'all, welcome back. So today is Monday, September 16th, and we are working on my oldest whip. I'm really excited to bring this one out, and, sorry, bumped the camera. Stay, Linda. Okay. Literally my very first cross stitch project I've ever purchased was this one right here. This one is The Magnificent Wizard by Dimensions, the gold collection, and I don't know if that number means anything. Somebody wants to look it up. I've seen a few people. Kyle, who is stitching in sound, I believe, has shown this before. Whoa, Linda. Oh, sorry, I was getting ready to turn on my light. I didn't want to turn my light before because there was too much of a glare on the picture, but anyways. So now I have some light. I can see my timer, kind of. I'm working in the wing. This is a project that I purchased when my son had just been born. He just turned 11. And yeah, I thought I was going to get this done in the 2 months that I had for maternity leave. Little did I know. So, let me see if I can figure out where I'm at. Did I finish that row? No, that's the row I'm on. Okay. So I'm working. See, I wish I had your view down here, because your view is a lot brighter than mine. Stitching on black Ada, 18 count, came with the kit. And so, I was already stitching, as you can see. I'm already going to have to end this thread here soon. Probably should have just ended this thread before I started recording, but what is the fun in that? This is one of those that I have to remind myself to stitch backwards, because my X's do not go the same way as I typically stitch. This one, it's easier to remember to stitch backwards, because I can see the half stitches are going in the other direction. So because of seeing those, I constantly go, oh wait, I'm stitching wrong. Whereas with the Snow White one, I don't have that, so I have to actually look at the X's, and I don't always think to look at my X's before I start stitching. So let's see, pretty uneventful weekend. I was supposed to watch the Packers game this weekend, did not do it, I was sleeping. I was sleeping. I had a massive headache though. Okay, and I think I'm gonna leave that there, and I'll sew that in later. And I'll stick that there for right now. There's a lot of blended threads in this, which I think was another thing that kind of freaked me out because I didn't know what I was doing. Now not so much. Now it's okay. Just pull this, whoops. Pinch and pull, pinch and pull. There we go. So yeah, pretty uneventful weekend. I think this weekend we have a friend coming over because his Broncos go against the Packers. So that'll be fun. Trying to teach Miss Scarlett to remember her lunch every day. That's the newest battle that's going on. because I'm a firm believer in teaching them some responsibility when they're young. I'm going to have to flip this anyway. Well, there's the pattern, sorry. And I got to figure where I'm at here. No, over here. Gotta teach them young, man. Gotta teach responsibility. Little things, you know, like remembering to take your lunch to school every day. So she remembered to pack her snacks, but she said she was talking to Jonah. Oh, my threads are not even on the end there. She was talking to Jonah, and then she realized when she got to school that she forgot to pack a lunch, or a sandwich. So she has snacks. So she's not going to starve. She's okay. But I think at 9 years old, with a young memory like that, you should at least be able to remember to bring something to eat. Now, in her defense, her whole schooling career, she's always had school lunches provided for her. So, but I did just bring her lunch to her on Friday. Scarlett is also my youngest, who knows that if she needs to be rescued, Mommy will come rescue her. So I'm trying to break that thought process and teach her to kind of learn how to rescue herself sometimes. So, anyways, I just thought of that because I just got off the phone with her not that long ago. And I need to tighten my stand. There we go. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stuck on the back of my finger. So, let's see, what else is going on? Anything? This is the final week before my kids are on fall break already, because I just sent them to school. I swear I just took them to school for the first time yesterday. I swear that just happened. They go on fall break for 2 weeks. We have a modified year-round school program. So they'll have early release on Wednesday, early release on Friday, and then they're out for 2 weeks. Which kind of stinks, but it's kind of nice because in the end, their summer breaks are only about a month and a half long. Versus, you know, the 2.5, 3 months that 9-month schools do. Because, man, by that month and a half, my kids are going crazy. I'm going crazy. They're driving me crazy. Everyone's just going nuts. We all get antsy. So, 2 weeks isn't too bad. Not overly worried about my videos, but I do know that typically when my kids go on vacation, I don't do videos at all. And not this thread. Now, in the thread's defense, could be because it's 11 years old. But it's driving me bonkers. It's constantly, you can't see what I'm fighting with over here on the side. I have a knot. There. Okay. Man, I can't see where that stitch was. There we go. And oh, I have such a tough time with Black Ada. And I've tried doing the whole put something white underneath it to see. The gridding has helped tremendously. But I still have a hard time. Oh, my chair is like defective and broken. And it keeps wanting to throw me backwards. Not good. Doesn't help that I have a cat that likes to jump up and scare the bejesus out of me. Because when she jumps up there, it rocks the entire chair backwards and I think I'm falling. Okay. Let's get this up. I don't know where she's at now. She's been very vocal. I was kind of waiting for her to calm down, and I think she finally has. Because I haven't heard her in a few minutes. And we're stuck. There we go. I'm hoping I can find a conversion for these threads in case I run out. Because that seems to be the theme with these type of kits for some reason. Everyone that I've seen that has done one of these kits has said that they've run out of thread. Or it's the same spot. Listen here, you. No. And these are the ones that I was worried about having to do a stitch with me with. But it's okay. We'll get through it. Because this one takes a lot more concentration than a lot of 310. But it's alright. We're stitching, we're hanging out, diamond painting, whatever we're doing. As long as we're crafting together, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Right? Right. Oh, I did have a question. I don't know if she'll watch these Stitch With Me's. But, well, I have it on my brain because I'm looking at my grid. Somebody had asked a question about what I use to grid my fabrics. And what I use is this guy right here. Have I not been in focus this entire time? Linda, put your glasses on, lady. Jeezums. It's this pencil right here. And it works like a mechanical pencil. The eraser twists and does its thing. I try not to use that, though. Try my best not to use it. I have used it. Linda. Okay. I try not to use it. When I purchased it, it came with the white... Oh, geez. The glare. The white lead. And I purchased the green separately. And that's what I use on my... pretty much everything. I use the green. But I lucked out and I used the white on this project. And it's been working out really well so far. I found mine on a random website. Can I remember what it was called? Do I have the paper thingy in here? I have all my tools and stuff in a little baggie. I don't think I wrote down the name though. If you Google green chalk pencil, it comes up. It's technically a quilter's pencil. And I think I found it on Amazon for like $16 and some change, but then if you keep scrolling and looking, you can find another website. It was so something. Oh, nuts. And I can't look it up because I'm recording and that requires my phone. If I can remember, I will try to link the website down below. I will do my bestest. I make no promises. But green chalk mechanical pencil is what I looked up on Google. And that was what came up. It is for quilting. But, I think it was... No, I don't think she grids. I was gonna say, I think it was, Needlebug. Karen Bug who did it, who I saw that from. She doesn't grid her fabric. She is well known for the diagonal stitching. It was one of you lovely peeps who told me about this, and I went, I must have that. Because I didn't like the water-soluble marker that I was using because it kept bleeding. And it was great for 14 count fabric, but as I went into smaller and smaller fabrics, it was not working out so well. So I decided to get that, and is there a stitch there? Am I in focus? Linda, listen. I know it's harder because it's Black Ada. I'm having to cross my eyes too, but listen. Focus. Oh, darn it. I can't remember who it was. It's going to drive me nuts on who said to use the mechanical pencil. If I can remember, I will give credit where credit is due, but I honestly cannot. Work with me. There. Okay. So usually when I work on this project, I hold it straight up, like up and down this way, so that way the sun is coming through it and I can see the holes better. Because this way makes my eyes go cross-eyed. The other thing was, where did I get the Listen Linda from? I think I talked about this either in my last video, which was the scissor fob video. I'm pretty sure I did not talk about it in my update. I don't think so. So Listen Linda comes from Facebook, actually. It's a little boy who is arguing, I believe with his aunt. It could be his mom, but I think it was his aunt or someone. And she had told him and his cousin or brother or somebody no cupcakes. And he's about 3 years old. And they must have gotten into the cupcakes because he was getting in trouble. And he decided that he was going to pull out his lawyer card and he was going to start arguing. And he constantly keeps telling her, listen, Linda. Listen, 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 Linda. But listen, Linda. Because she keeps telling him, no, you listen to me. And so he thought he was just going to take her words and repeat them. And it turned out it went viral a couple years ago. It could have been longer than a couple years ago, because to me it feels like just yesterday I took my kids to school. That kid's probably like 20 now. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe. Who knows? But I think it was on America's Funniest Videos at one point too. I'm not 100% on that. Oh, that little boy is just so cute. And he was just trying to put up an argument about why it was okay for him to have the cupcakes. Because I don't even know what his argument was. But the Listen Linda thing just killed me. Because I could picture my own children doing that to me. And being like, listen, Amy, listen. Seriously, we need to have a talk. Because Scarlett does that to me all the time, actually. She doesn't call me Amy, though. She goes, Mom, listen. I need to talk to you about something. And that's when I know she means business. So, but that's where the Listen Linda comes from. Because I say it all, ever since I saw that video, I say it all the time to inanimate objects that I know are not worth arguing with because they can't argue back. I'm pretty sure how that little boy felt when he was arguing with Linda. Because she just wasn't understanding his point. And I mean, that little boy he was just going on a tangent talking about how when they're at Grandma's house, they can't play with anything, and they're not allowed to touch stuff, and why are the cupcakes up so high? And you'll have to watch it. I promise you, if you Google Listen Linda, it'll be the first video that pops up, and it's a little boy in a green shirt with his hands on his hips, looking sassy. Am I on the same row there? Okay. And see, what you're seeing here, I don't know if you guys can see see how this looks nice and even, and then there's like white splotches everywhere. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. I made a mistake. in my drawing of the, because I can't count to 10, remember? So I counted one row to 9 and then had to attempt to erase that. What ended up happening was is that the pencil spread all over, which is totally fine by me because that makes it way easier to see the fabric, and I know it's getting covered. So it's okay. Because this is almost a full coverage. The whole centerpiece of it seems to be full coverage, and then just around the sides are kind of spurts of thread here and there. Did that one. My only problem with the ruler is I can't remember if I've already moved it or not. Ah, don't hit that. Don't do it. Am I still in frame? Where's my needle? There we go. Okay. Still in frame. Alright. I do have to say I'm really excited to share my progress on Wednesday with, you'll see this one. You won't see it twice, but you'll see that I had to do this one twice because it was one of the last spins on my wheel, and then it ended up being one of the first spins on my wheel, so I kind of almost had it back to back. I think there were 2 days separating it. So one wheel has officially ended and the second wheel has begun. But yesterday I did sing a sampler, and man, my fingers were on fire yesterday. That's not true. The pattern is really super easy to follow. And so I think I got 1,400 stitches in. I was pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. Kind of hoping to get that kind of day in today with this guy. It also helps when you have a lot of back pain. You're not really mobile. Don't move around too much. So that also helps. I don't know what I did to upset my back, but we had rain the other day. My children swear I'm a forecaster, because usually a couple hours before it rains I'll either complain that my knees hurt or my back hurts, and sure enough, all of a sudden it's downpouring. And my son especially, who's very interested in all that stuff, will look at me and go, "How did you know that?" I'm like, I didn't. It wasn't like my brain said, "Hey, it's gonna rain." My body went, "Hey, the weather's changing. You're old and things are gonna start creaking and hurting real soon." And that's what happened. So my back went out on me Saturday? I think it was Saturday. I think I really felt it Sunday morning though, which is why I just kind of laid in bed and didn't want to move. Because if I don't move, it doesn't hurt. That's the theory, right? So I also know that I have quite a few newbies. So for those of you who don't know and are interested, the back pain comes from herniated discs that I received being in a car accident in 2012, which I was on my way to work, and it was a 5-car pileup on the freeway. I was lucky number 3 and received the brunt end force of 2 vehicles. And it was not fun. So there's supposed to be a lot of planned surgeries and all sorts of yucky stuff, and I have herniated discs, my neck's all twisted now, and I just don't want to. I mean, I have days like today, which has been going on for the last 3 or 4 days now, where it aches, but I can handle it. Sunday and yesterday were days where it was a little more intense. Today seems to be kind of ebbing off a little bit, but I told my doctors, until I'm army crawling in here screaming at you that I can't do it anymore, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Because they want to put rods in my neck, surgery in my lower back to fix the disc that, like, practically exploded. Tendons in both of my kneecaps because I was driving a stick shift, and I'm really short, so both my knees slammed into the dashboard. And the doctors back then warned me that my rotator cuffs wouldn't be so great, and they were not lying, because now they pop and lock, and I feel like I have weird rubber bands stuck in there. So, finally finding a primary physician, and it's the same physician who assisted me with my mom when she was going through all of her stuff, so I've kind of built a rapport with him already. I like him. He's a really nice guy. Seems like he actually cares and isn't just there to get you in and out. Wants to actually know what's going on and what's wrong. So hopefully he can get me some referrals to some places to see how much the damage has changed since 2012 till now. Not actually that interested. I am interested, but I don't want them throwing pills at me because I won't take them. It's that simple. When the accident originally happened, they had me on like 13 different medications, and I'm like, are you guys nuts? I have children to raise. Because at the time, well, let's see if I can remember. At the time, Scarlett was 3, or turning 3. Jonah had just started his first year in kindergarten, so he was about 5. Brianna was probably about 10-ish, 10, 11, and Alyssa was 11 or 12. So that's a lot of younger children to try to take care of when they want to put you on a pain management regimen of 13 different medications. And I wasn't having it. Is there a stitch there? Or is that chalk? That's chalk, okay. So yeah, my automatic response was to go back and do, because I used to work out at the gym a lot. I know you can't tell, not today anyway, but I used to be one of those gym people that was at the gym 4 to 5 days a week, 5 hours a day. That was my stress relief. That was my antidepressant. And, let me rephrase. That was how it was before I met Jason. After I met him, the gym thing kind of went away because I'd much rather spend time with him and his kid than spend, 20 to 30 hours a week in the gym on top of working 40 hours a week. So, but that's like my go-to when I was younger than I am today. I don't want to make it sound like I'm old because I know I'm not old. But, go-to was the gym. So I thought, alright, I'll try the gym again. And then they're like, oh, by the way, you have a weight restriction of 5 pounds. I'm like, wait, what the heck am I supposed to do with that? No. They're like, yeah, you have rotator damage, you have kneecap damage, you have this damage and that damage. And I'm like, man, y'all are sucking the life right out of me. And over the years, crafting has become my go-to for stress relief and kind of an antidepressant. Although sometimes it can make me depressed working on this stuff going, oh my gosh, is this going to take forever? Yes, it will. But that's okay. It's okay. It's fine. So I've had to learn to do new things and different things. Because what I used to do at the gym, trying to bench press 450 with my legs, isn't going to work anymore. That's a no-go, especially with the torn stuff in my kneecaps. So, anyways, for those of you who ever hear me complain about my knees or my back or wonder why I'm 34 years old and have so many doggone issues, that's it. That's pretty much it right there. One car accident screwed me up. No, don't not. This thread keeps knotting on me, and I don't like it. I've tried even using like the Am I doing 3 or 4 here? 1, 2, 3. I can count 4. I tried using the thread stuff that you know, wax. That's the word I was looking for. Tried using the wax and that doesn't help either. And they're from 2 different bundles of thread, so obviously they're not stuck together. I put them together, so that doesn't change anything. Because I know sometimes when you take 2 threads from the same strand, they twine back up because they are in the same repetitive pattern. But that's not it. I'm trying to keep my doggone hand out of the way. I don't think it's working. Okay. Are you focused, Linda? Stay focused. I've learned that if I tap on a specific area that I want her to focus on, it seems to do better. So I'm hoping, as long as I don't stick my hand in front of that circle, I should be okay. Because there is a purpose to that circle that's always on my face that I'm confused about. The invisible circle that you all can't see, but I can see. So it focuses on that one spot. So I have it focused over here, so hopefully, because I'm hoping not to stick my entire hand in the way, Linda will stay focused. Linda just needs to keep her glasses on, that's what needs to happen. And try not to hit the bar. Go into 3. It's even harder to do these darker colors on top of the Ada, black Ada. I think that's what else is making me cross-eyed, because when I was doing this purple color, pinkish color, the yellow, that wasn't so bad. But I had just done this whole strip of black, which you can see beautifully. All the black. Stitching that, however, I had to put some eye drops in my eyeballs because I wear contacts, so they were getting all dried out. I was overly focusing. So, if anyone's made it this far, if anyone's actually still listening, I have a question. I am thinking about doing a live Scissor Fob Friday. Here is my question, though. How the heck do you do it? How do you go? I know how to do it with Facebook, because I've had to do nail bar parties. So the Facebook thing I get. Is there a way to do a practice live before you go actual live? Because I would like to practice it and mess with all the buttons and figure out what to do and what not to do before I actually go live. Am I still in frame? Where am I here? Oh, where? There. And just that quick, I literally forgot where I was at and which way I was stitching. 4 and 5. Okay. Alright, just double checking. Count 20 times, stitch once. Which usually does not work for me, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm thinking of going live for my Scissor Fob Fridays just to give me something so we can chit-chat and actually chit-chat and talk, and if there's any questions I can answer them there. Eventually, I think I'm going to run out of requests, custom-made requests, so eventually I'm going to be making fobs just to make them. So I'm hoping to kind of make them, and then whoever's actually there in the live, if they're interested in that scissor fob, they may ask, because it'll be a first come first serve type of deal. And yeah, so we all know that new things scare the bejesus out of me, and that's okay. I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to be sitting there staring at a screen like a dork. Just being like, is this thing on? You know what I mean? So, I should probably ask Alicia how she does it. She's like a master pro. Jennifer's done some lives too. I could ask her questions. But yeah, if anyone knows, and if anyone's made it this far, let me know what you think. Where the heck am I at? 1, 2. Wait, did I do enough stitches there? 1. Oh, jeez. 1, 2. Okay, I gotta feel them. Is there a stitch there? 1, 2, 3. Man, I can't see this fabric. Or the thread on this fabric, I should say. Okay, I'm gonna jump up. And do 1 and 2. Okay, and it looks like I have some sporadic going on over here. So if I go 1, 2, 3, stitch wrong. 2, 3, stitch this way. I'm going to leave this thread here and come back to it. Stick that over there. Where are we at time-wise? Okay. I think I get a lot more stitching done when I'm doing a stitch with me, because I am required to focus. Is my light still working? Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely required way more to focus. Because usually by now I've already played a game on my phone, sat back and relaxed a minute, and then I'll come back and do like 5 stitches. Ah, no, earthquake. I'm sorry. Are we all good now? I knew it was going to happen. It was only a matter of time. You don't... I feel like my light's dying already, so that tells me I get only about 30 minutes of light. So, let me see if I can plug it in. Because I was unsure. Sorry for the earthquake, but hopefully this helps. Oh, which way am I going? That's off. Yep, that's definitely better. Please don't fall off, Linda. Stay. Okay. And now I gotta hope that I don't accidentally hit the light. Kind of like that, because I'm a fabric. Don't look at the pattern. Okay, and now I'm gonna go on this side. Yeah, I definitely get way more stitching done while I'm doing a stitch with me, because I'm required to focus more. And it helps that my phone is in use, so I can't play my little distraction games until I've run out of lives and then come back and stitch again. Work with me. There we go. Okay, cord. Don't hit the cord. Be gentle. And there we go, I think. Okay, you stay up there. And you stay down here. And I gotta bring my ruler back down. Oh, don't lose a magnet. So many things happen when I stitch. Okay. Alright, that's the thread attached. Oh geez. Alright, watch out for the wire. Let's go. So here, it's 1 over. Stitch wrong. And 2, 4, 6 is what I should have. Okay. Oh, there goes my shoulder again. Hopefully I have the right amount of stitches. 1, 3. My shoulder sounds an awful lot louder because, like I said, when I record I have nothing on but a fan. Sometimes you guys might hear that. So all the snap, crackle, popping that my body does is way louder than normal. Okay. Let's see if I can kind of do a sewing method here, because I really want to get through this. Well, Linda, are you in focus now? I feel like I should be a little concerned because I haven't heard my cat. She was howling and yelling at me 5 minutes before I started recording. Usually when I talk, she has to come tell me her whole life story. And I think it stops there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count to 6. One more. There we go. So yeah, what do we have planned for this week? What are we doing? I don't think we got anything going on this week. I think it's going to be a very boring week. Especially since I have a bunch of short days to deal with. Darn kids. No, it's not their fault. Darn school. So yeah, it gets a little confusing because well, okay, listen here. Now my thread is being ridiculous. Alright. So the K through 8s, they're released every Wednesday early, but the high schools are how it was last year, which is alternating Wednesdays. Oh, earthquake, stop it. That's what happens when I have really long thread, and my third arm is right next to me. I keep hitting it. I can't see where I've been. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ish? Yeah. 5. So for Brianna, it alternates. And for the younger two, it's every week. So then I get confused. Are all my kids coming home at the same time? Or am I just going to go get the 2 younger ones? I don't know why they chose to do that. I think it's because the high schoolers have what they call late start, which I didn't even know about. So they have late starts on Wednesday. So I think that makes up the hourly difference between the two. I guess. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. So, yeah, live Fridays. I'm thinking about it. It'll be during the daytime though, so I don't know how many people will be able to be active. Did I do those? Oh wait, I'm doing those now. Oh geez. Okay, so come over here and do one, not, listen. do these two. See, it's easier if I keep my thread up top, because then I have a little more control. Because I can keep the thread straight. Alright, and then I'm going to skip 2. I think that's 1 and 2. Stitch here. And then I should have 5. So 1. The only problem I have with this though is that it really twists. Oh, jeez, I'm stuck. Twists your thread. I let it go too soon. Oh jeez, I'm stuck everywhere. Okay. Listen. I think that was 4. I got distracted by getting stuck. And 5. Oh, jeezums. Let go. Okay. Linda, do you have your glasses on still? Just checking. Just checking. Okay, let me just dangle my thread real quick. Let all that untwist, because it gets angry. Again, the thread is 11 years old, so. I'm hoping to finish this before my son's 18th birthday. That would be nice. That would be nice. But yeah, oldest whip, kind of crazy. What's really crazy is that I thought I was going to be able to get this done on my maternity leave with a newborn baby. And 2 children that were the ages of 5 and 6. Who knows what I was thinking? It was obviously not a rational thought. Okay, listen. Stop with your knotting of the stuffs. So again, I need to know if there's a conversion out there for these. Because I am a little concerned that I'm gonna run out. Especially if I have to keep cutting knots out. Did I go the wrong way? No, that was the wrong way. Okay, see, and then it starts to seem like it's familiar to me. Oy. So then when I start stitching my stuff, what I consider the right way, 1, 2, 3, it all looks wrong. 1, 2, 3, I think. So this should be on top of that one, yes. I'm just so glad I have people who don't mind hanging out with me. Because this is literally what you would get. It's literally this sporadic. And most of my friends are just as squirrely as I am, so they understand, because they have trouble following one thought as well, unless it's like a real serious conversation. It's very difficult to stay on track. Just stick with one thought and run with it. So, because my brain is thinking Scissor Fob Fridays, and hearing back from all the people who got their test strips and seeing, or not test strips, but their samples, and seeing all the pretty fingers that are showing up on my Insta feeds. And 2, 4, 6, plus wanting to do all the stitching, and then I'm also thinking, okay, Christmas is now right around the corner because Halloween is around the corner. And I know, we think Halloween and we jump automatic to Christmas, but I usually do handmade gifts for the teachers. I make tissue boxes every year for Christmas. And this year, both of my children have 3 teachers. So, that's 6 tissue boxes that I gotta come up with. And I had to do that last year, and it was kind of a last minute, oh crap, I forgot. I don't know how I forgot, but I forgot. And so I'm starting to get the wheels spinning to motivate me to get those started and going. And oh geez, sorry. keep giving y'all earthquakes. I've been in one earthquake. It was, I don't even remember when. It was sometime in the 90s, late 90s. And apparently it was so huge in California that it shook all the way down to Vegas. And I remember my dad telling me, now obviously I have no recollection, I was sleeping. But my dad was raised in Kansas. So he's like, you know, you go through practices and things like that for like tornadoes and stuff. And so he was standing in the doorway and literally just watched me bounce on the bed, across the room. One of my canvases fell on top of me. There was no glass or anything, but one of my canvases had fallen on top of me, and I just slept through the whole thing. And my dad's like, I swear on my life, if an atomic bomb went off, you could sleep through it. I'm like, you're probably right. Not now, though. Not now. I tell my children all the time that our puppies bark at fly farts. I wake up to fly farts. Unless I'm literally that exhausted or I am sick, I wake up to everything. And it's annoying. Because I don't have infants anymore. I don't have little babies anymore who need to be changed in the middle of the night or fed or things like that. I just want to sleep. Just let me sleep through the night. Because we have a neighbor whose dog sounds an awful lot like ours, so I panic because we lock our dogs up at night because I don't want them barking all night long and disturbing the neighbors. It's just rude. Because I have 3 yappers. They are Chihuahuas, which are Chihuahua Dachshund mix, and they like to talk to the stars. They like to bark at fly parts. They like to bark at the birds as the birds are eating their food, not scared. Because they're not even big enough to be ankle biters. They're little. Especially Junior, she's the runt. But yeah, I miss the days of just being able to go, okay, I'm going to bed, and then just conking out and going to bed. Okay, I think that's the end of that row there, so let's go finish off that one. And go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stitch wrong, because I have to tell myself that every single time, or I will forget. 1, 2, 3. So, I think I'm going to finish this row here. And I'm going to call it good for the day. And I'm going to thank you all so much for hanging out with me and enjoying this time with me, because I've enjoyed it with you and hanging out and commenting, and I love responding back to the comments and having actual chit-chats. Alright, so on that note, I will bid you adieu, stay random, and don't kiss your projects. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!